I haven't felt this like, where's the rest of it since the Fellowship of the Ring. I remember watching that shit like, yo, they ain't even got to the mountain. Ain't he supposed to put that ring in the fire? That's the whole thing they was talking about all movie. They're just like, nah, there's gonna be other movies. We sat here for 3 hours. What you mean, man? 3 movies.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy T.
I'm ill.
And this is
Regret Nothing.
And today we're doing a movie review for Dune.
Dune is a film, I guess a sci-fi film adaptation of a book series, as well as a what do they call it? A remake of a previous Dune film that came out in the 80s. And it has a pretty large all-star cast. You got Zendaya, Timothy Chalamet,
Javier Bardem,
Oscar Isaacs,
Josh Brolin,
Batista,
Jason Momoa,
and Stellan Skarsgård, which is the daddy Skarsgård of the Skarsgård family. Yeah, man. We just got done watching Dune like literally moments ago, like 20 minutes ago max.
Mm-hmm.
So it's real fresh in the brain. And on our channel, the trailer reaction that we did for Dune was our most watched video, so we felt like this was a big one for the page. Oh man, the comment section has been interesting, going from they're not aliens to somebody giving an entire breakdown of the entire theology of the book and I guess film franchise.
Yeah, a novel from like 1965.
Yeah, damn, is it that old?
Yeah.
Apparently somebody in our comment section says that it is the birth of all modern sci-fi, predates Star Wars and, you know, all, I guess, modern day science fiction and Blade Runner and all of that shit.
Got you. I mean, I definitely got a little Star Wars vibe, a little sprinkled in,
Right.
slightly.
So we're gonna try to do something slightly different this time. We're gonna try to do this a little mother style. So we're gonna try to keep it spoiler free first few moments, and then we'll get a little spoiler notification going, and then we'll just get right into all of the shit, if you will. There was a hell of backstory that the movie dropped on us throughout, especially in the first like 20 minutes. So from what I understand is that there's like this space empire that rules the galaxy or the universe, and then there's this one little planet that I don't know the name of that's got all these sand people on it, and they, I guess, live on that planet.
The Furman, I think they're called.
Yeah, the German sounding people. So they live on this planet that has sand, hella sand, and inside of this sand is PCP dust that they call spike. I even wrote a note called Space PCP, and that, I guess, gives people the power to fuel all of these spacecrafts or whatever the fuck. And so they mine that off of the planet, but there's these families that I guess make up the empire, which to me kind of reminds me of like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they call House Arceus, and
Yeah,
the other house was some of the H. Harnican or something like that.
Yeah, I can't pronounce most of the names, but yeah, there's multiple houses, and then I guess there's an emperor who rules over all of them. Oscar Isaac's house apparently has become really wealthy in and of its own right, more so than the emperor, and everybody else in all the other houses and factions, I guess, fuck with him real heavy, and they essentially have beef, but you know, like the political beef, real Cold War status with the empire. And so they're told to go to the sand planet to do the mining. And that's pretty much the story of the movie right there. The whole family goes to the sand planet to do a job, and then things happen. And We'll get into those things later on. What do you think of like the plot and the story as far as for the film, outside of like how it was produced, but like just on paper?
I mean, I've never read the novel. I don't really know anything about Dune, but I guess they landed, you know, the source material. But it's very dialogue heavy. Great visuals. It was nice visuals.
Great
good
movie.
good cinematography. Apparently they shot the film like Budapest and Abu Dhabi and some other places. But
Yeah.
you know, nice location scouting and whatnot.
Totally.
But yeah, as far as the story goes, I mean, yeah. Interesting long journey.
Boy. Long. It felt like watching the first 4 Harry Potter books in live action, but just in pacing. Not in story, just in pacing. I'm like, Jesus. It's like a lot, but a little bit at the same time.
This is part 1.
Of how many? God, this is one?
I think I want to say this. It got split into 2 parts. I guess it's only one more part after this. I hope so.
Shit. This feels like at least a trilogy. This feels like at least a trilogy, if not a sequence like 6 movies or something. It feels like they're really building. I haven't felt this like, where's the rest of it, since the Fellowship of the Ring. I remember watching that shit like, yo, they ain't even got to the mountain. Ain't he supposed to put that ring in the fire? That's the whole thing they was talking about all movie. They're just like, nah, there's gonna be other movies. We sat here for 3 hours. What you mean, man? 3 movies? I'm like 10. Like, yo, who's got the patience? You got Timothée Chalamet, who plays Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And he's essentially the lead of the movie, just the heir to the house of, what's their names?
Arcturus?
Yeah.
Icarus?
Something like that. Something sounding real Greek in nature. And his daddy, Oscar Isaacs, who is the current head of the family and of their, I guess, branch of the empire.
I think his character name was Leto or something.
Okay. And then you got Josh Brolin, who is like the, I guess, leader of the army.
Yeah,
the commander.
Like they're like
right hand of sorts.
Yeah.
And
battle tested warrior.
Right. You got Jason Momoa, who is their like chief soldier of sorts, and they send him out to do missions and stuff. He the biggest killer. He also trains Timothy in combat himself. And then you got the mama. The actress look familiar. Who was that? You know who she is? I feel like
Rebecca Ferguson, maybe?
Okay, that sounds right. Because I think she was in either Mission Impossible.
Yeah, she was in Mission Impossible.
Okay.
She was in Doctor Sleep.
She was in that. Yo, she was the witch chick.
Yeah.
Damn,
she played good in Doctor Sleep. She's also in that that Hugh Jackman reminiscent movie that, you know, we stopped after 20 minutes in.
Yeah, didn't get through that much of that movie. No. Ooh. So this cast list, before we go into the further, is essentially just like every person that's been in a superhero movie in the last 10 years. You can pretty much just go through a Marvel or DC movie in the last 10 years. They've been in one of them. So you got
Javier Bardem was in Skyfall and
yep.
And
you got Zendaya.
What stuff?
Who? Javier?
Yeah.
Oh shit, he was in a few things.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything he's been in recently though. I think he was he in The Kingsman?
No.
But yeah, it's Javier Bardem. He plays one of the Sand people. Zendaya plays one of the Sand people. You got Stellan Skarsgård, who plays one of the rival family factions known as the Baron. And he's essentially the leader of one of the ashy, bald, albino space aliens. but I guess they're not aliens from what somebody said in our comment section. I was like, okay, nobody lives on Earth. I call these aliens, bro. These is fucking aliens. Every single person. The ashy ones and the non-ashy ones. So, and his nephew is apparently Batista, who plays the angriest of all of the ashy.
I think it's the character named Raybon.
Damn, I don't know how you got them names. Boy, they was saying words, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but okay.
Yeah, Batista did a lot of shouting and yelling in this movie.
He was just
Very little screen time, but every time he was on screen, he was shouting or yelling.
Right. Uncle. It was just like, emote. Yes. Yeah. So there's them. Who else? Was there anybody else? Okay, the dude from the Suicide Squad and Ant-Man was also like there.
Yeah. I don't know that actor's name.
Demashlian or something. His last name is like crazy.
Yeah.
His first name.
But he played the Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, he played essentially what I would consider to be one of the counselors or chief executives.
Yeah, in the Barons
Army.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had no eyebrows.
Nope. At first, when I first saw him, I thought it was old dude that has no eyebrows that was on Gotham. They played Victor Zsasz and on Barry.
I'm surprised he wasn't in here.
Yeah. Would fit right in with that crew.
Wouldn't even have to put no makeup on him. He looks ashy, he's got no hair, and he,
no
bald.
eyebrows.
Right. Right. He'd have fit right in with them. It just would have made him need to look dehydrated and a little crazed.
Which wouldn't have been hard.
No, just a little makeup. Strong cast, and the cast do a phenomenal job. Like the acting, in my opinion, is pretty solid. What did you feel as far as the acting?
Yeah, the acting was good.
Yeah. Everybody, I feel like, for the gibbly goop fucking words that they were shooting out, they made it feel real. Like they took it seriously. So you were getting A quality talent for a script that, was a little in. And I feel like that's about all that we can say without hitting any spoilers.
Film was composed by the GOAT, Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, what'd you think of that score? It was like one real consistent score throughout almost.
Yeah, for it to be Hans, it wasn't really that memorable to me.
Like
besides the main theme of the movie, that one theme that they played 3 or 4 times in the movie. Besides that, I really can't recall the rest of the score really, this is probably maybe one of the weakest scores I've heard from Hans. Still to go though, but yeah, I went.
If you liked our review, like and subscribe for more. Comment in our comment section what y'all thought about the movie. And I'm M.
I'm T.
And we
regret nothing.
And share on all them socials. The Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitters.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
You bitch.